Alright, here's my first attempt at building a stage. Not a bad one to get started out on, pretty short. So, right here, we're about 10 yards from this plate rack, which I suck at shooting plate racks for whatever reason, if you guys have seen my USPSA footage before. But I got the SP1 Phantom here. Oh, ideally, hit all of those. Reload, transition, sprint over here. As you're moving, engage both of these targets. As you can see, I am a cheap ass, and instead of flipping around the target, I just got a piece of cardboard I painted. You can see my groupings are low left, so I'm still squeezing too hard with this right hand, not enough with the left hand. This came out of nowhere. I don't know what happened there. And somehow I managed to keep most of my shots in the low left sector there. And then at that paint can, this guy's at about 9-10 yards. Engage 2 there. I'll go back to where the paint can is. So moving and shooting with those. 2 there, and then 2 back there at 20 yards. And we'll go look at that target. Not a bad little stage. Not a whole lot of setup required. As you can see, we're shooting down into a gully, so there's nothing to worry about there. And I yanked that shot and made it up. That half second it takes to shoot that makeup shot, I think it was these two. It's really not worth it. That's kind of a behavioral issue of mine. When I get pissed off, I just start hosing targets. But not a bad little course of fire. But now for training, I'm going to break this down into segments. And then I'm going to shoot it again to see if I get any better, because my plate rack skills suck. My moving and shooting is not too bad. Static shooting is okay. Still getting used to shooting this thing. Only got about 600 rounds through it myself. And then you can see here, I've kept a log. Started at 11, 8, 1, 4 Charlies, got worse, 4 Charlies, got better, 3 Charlies, about the same, 3 Charlies. Really crappy here, 6 Charlies, all low left. So I'm squeezing too hard with that right hand, causing my sights to deviate to the left. And it got a lot better, 10, 14, 2 Charlies with a, oh, what are my acronyms meaning here? I already forgot. Low right on the long range, or low left rather. Low left, long range. That's what those 2 Charlies were. And then got worse somehow, 1374. Oh, I did a standing reload at the plate rack. So don't miss 4 times on a plate rack of 5. Or don't miss 4 times, period. Hit them all. In the last run, I had a makeup shot 20 yards with 1 Charlie. That's probably my best run other than this guy. Because 3 Charlies is not that big a deal when you're saving a second and a half. And that's just from being able to calculate hit factor. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this in pieces, see if I can get any better. And then we'll shoot it again, see what my 9th and 10th run are. Alright, let's look at the back of this nice Blazer aluminum 147 grain. Plate rack. 325, 372 with a miss, 298, that was blazing fast, 352 with a miss, and there's a good time right there, 318 for those 5 plates. When I'm transitioning, getting my eyes to adjust to the front sight are hard. I like to target focus and hose, and that's why I usually suck at plate racks, because I'm just throwing bullets at it instead of actually aiming. And then from there, I would stay aimed at the last plate. When the buzzer goes off, I would hit that target and then transition over here and hit these targets. 434 with 2 C's, both were on the head that I missed. And I went to a 414 with all A's. Somehow I can stack 2 right next to each other right here on a target focus on that, because it's the same thing. The first shot I'll have a front sight focus, I'll lose the front sight, and then target focus shoot it. Which, I mean, I only shoot it at, what is this, like 6, 7 yards, which is honestly kind of far away for a headshot, considering here's a box of ammo. Box of ammo's bigger than that head target, so I don't know. I'm just a wizard on that one for whatever reason. 3rd time, 5.5 seconds, because I had a makeup shot on the head because I target focus, can't see the front sight, or I'm not looking for it. 430 with 2 C's, and then there's a really good run there. 4 seconds in all alphas. And then this last portion, I just came over to my little marker here, pointed at that target. You can see my last shot results there. That was pretty typical for me. For whatever reason, I'm still shooting low and left on the double tap out there. Here at about 9-10 yards, I can double tap that at 0.2 or under. That guy takes me about a half second. But 176, 2Cs, low right target, or low right on the far target. 173 with all alphas, that's a good run. 191, 1 Charlie's a good run. 212 with 1 Charlie, last run's a good run. 180 with the Charlie. So I'm gonna try and put them all together again and see what we can get. So the most important thing about this training is you treat every single run as if it was a live run. I know in the past, whenever we trained, we just come out here and goof around. I mean, we're renowned for not ever setting up for anything and not warming up. But it's very important when you get up to the line, simulate every shot before you load your gun, as if the range officer just said, load, make, ready. Simulate hitting every single target, then load your gun and await the beeper. And then when you're done, obviously analyze what you're doing. My draw to fire was around 1.3, 1.2, and you see group slightly left, second shot centered, third shot wild but centered, fourth shot wild but centered, fifth shot somewhat centered, a little bit to the left, still pushing left on some of those shots. So basically what that means is I'm gripping too hard with my right hand and not letting my left hand do all the gripping. We'll come over here and look at my last run. The only Charlie I managed to get was here, and I'm on a target focus on all of these, but I'm actually looking for my front sight, so it's like a split focus. Got 1 Charlie there, somehow nailed 2 headshots. 2 shots there, target focus, barely saw my sights. And then I actually picked up my front sight for the first shot here, and the second shot was just left and slightly low. All of my shots are kind of low at this range, so whether that's me or the gun, who knows. I really need to get some fiber sights for this, because picking up these little tritium dots against the cardboard is not the best. Night sights are not the best for USPSA, just like 3-dot sights aren't. So last 3 runs, 1089 with 4 Cs, not bad. 1068 with 2 Cs, very good. And then that last run was a 972 with a Charlie. So if you're ever practicing for USPSA, this is a pretty good mindset to follow. Shoot it, get frustrated, break it down into pieces, shoot it again. My average went down more than a second, it looks like. So thanks for watching. Check out the rest of our USPSA videos on the main channel. And as always, don't pull that low left. 200 rounds later. SG ammo, 17 cents a round. Cheapest 147 grain on the internet. Check them out in the description below.